Hello and welcome to Now Showing. I'm Atika Farooqui. How is this festive season going for you? I'm sure you've been watching good cinema and dancing to good songs, reading good books and meeting with interesting people. I went from pillar to post to get you some really nice people and conversations in this episode. So let's start with the highlights. Nazar Andaaz is a slice-of-life film with a few faults in writing. It boasts of Kumud Mishra's outstanding performance. Riding high on the success of their latest big-screen outing, Vikram Vedha, Hrithik Roshan and Saif are singing praises about the making of the film. Jackie Shroff, Pankaj Tripathi and actor Aditya Gupta talk all things legal on the show Criminal Justice. Tisca Chopra, Rajesh, Tailang and Mukesh Tiwari speak about telling stories from small-town India. And Shrivalli composer DSP talks about his new song and language war. Is there a war at all? So let's talk about this week's film, Nazar Andaaz. I watched this film and it's a slice-of-life film about a man who lives alone and has been visually impaired since birth. With two random people in his staff whom he has recently found, he travels to his birthplace to reconnect with his childhood. In the process, he gives a few lessons to these two unprivileged people, Divya Datta and Ali played by Abhishek Banerjee. He also reconnects with his childhood love played by Rajeshwari Sachdev, who is outstanding in this extended cameo. The very brilliant Kumud Mishra, who plays this man so authentically without letting the viewer think for a second that he is acting. It's a class in performance where an actor lets go of the insecurities of how he is looking on screen to perform a role that becomes so heartwarming that you see no shortcoming in that person because the zest for life, pride in oneself and independence of daily living is endearing. The star of the film is certainly Kumud Mishra. Story by director Vikrant Deshmukh and the producer Lakshman Utekar, who by the way has also produced Mimi and has been an avid cinematographer, is a beautiful thought. Screenplay and dialogues by Rishi Virmani can be credited with some of the best punch lines that I have heard in the recent past, and one-liners and humorous bits of words that really make you laugh. The team has made an earnest, honest film that can be enjoyed with the whole family, and also while celebrating life, tugs at your attention towards the people who cannot see. What's their fault? How do they manage without eyes? The tiny problem though is with the writing of the film. The story on paper had a lot of potential to be a truly deep and a very meaningful and a moving film. Also, the story shifts track between who is it about, the blind old man alone or the three men on the journey. The lack of a backstory, particularly of Kumud Mishra, hampers the connect between the character and the viewer. And the journey from Mumbai to Mandvi could have been cinematically been captured with a lot of variety. But there is that one scene where Kumud is taken to a place with white sand and shining stars in the sky in the background where he can run. It's beautiful. This scene with Rajeshwari was so romantic and so deep and so meaningful that I was just glaring at that scene. It's worth a watch if you like a hopeful film that can be watched by the entire family. Now moving on, Hrithik Roshan hired an acting coach lately to make sure that he does not do anything the same way as he did before. And Saif is certainly in the best form and the best phase of his acting career. A Hindi remake of the hit film Vikram Vedha, and again called as Vikram Vedha, has been liked for its drama, action and dialogues. Here are the two seasoned actors, actually legit superstars, on how this film enhanced their skills.
मैंने ये फिल्म देखी थी in 2017 when it came out, and the original, and I had loved it, and I had actually expressed my desire that if this is ever going to be remade in Hindi, I would love to do this film.
I saw it and then I thought, oh, this is really good. Like, I loved Madhavan, you know, I thought it was great, and I don't know what I could do differently, whatever. But then when I would come to do my part, you'd forget all that, and you just got a different approach somehow. It's interesting to watch now and compare them.
I had to find the composure in me because I'm not a very composed person. I'm a very restless person. So to find the composure in me was very difficult. the reason why the composure was even more important is because I was going to face an actor, a co-actor who is one of the most real actors that I have seen, and I have been a fan since decades now, and I knew that this is the first time that I could feel a sense of displacement when I'm on set, because even one single fake note by me would expose me like this.
I was extremely excited to work with Hrithik and also very nervous, and I thought that because I've seen his films and sometimes very difficult to look at anything. It could be the most beautiful girl in the world or the most beautiful sunset, but you can't stop looking at this guy.
When you approach a character, if you are getting mathematics into it and you're planning, okay, he did that, so I'll do this. If you're doing that, it's actually a very, not a very intelligent way to go about it. The most simplest and the most intelligent way is to know that every individual is different. Got to be the interrogation scene, the first scene. That's got to be my favorite.
No, I watch a film with very few people, and she is someone whose opinion I do value. She's obviously a great actor, and honest to me. She was really happy. She thought Hrithik was great. She thought I was very good. She thought the film was really good. She said at intervals, she said, "My God, this is a blockbuster." And then at the end of the film, she said, "What a movie!" She said, "I want to see it again."
I can't say but the work is going on. Work is going on, and we are very passionately working towards it.
Jackie Shroff is someone who set off the first season of Criminal Justice by playing Mustafa. The first season was about an innocent cab driver being framed. The second season was about a woman accused of her own husband's murder. And the third is about juvenile justice. Pankaj Tripathi is that constant in all the seasons and plays a lawyer called Madhav Mishra, who says he's getting more understanding of the Indian Penal Code in this character, and why law is something everyone must know about and understand. I agree. I meet up with all the three. Jackie da, क्या हाल है?
वही हड्डी वही
अरे
खाले, वही हड्डी वही खाले।
बोलो इतने दिन क्या किया?
तेरा नाम लिया तुझे याद किया।
He played Mustafa in the first season. Tell me, what has kept you with this show for such a long time?
नसीब था, अच्छे एक्टर्स मिल गए। जो पहला जो शुरुआत हुआ, जो गाड़ा गया था, तो वो सीट जो है हम लोगों का बहुत स्ट्रांग है। विक्रांत नासी बाबा था, हमारे बाबा और थे। फिर वो तिग्मांशु ने शुरुआत की उसकी, एक पहला एक एपिसोड में मुझे एक सीन उनके साथ करने मिला, उनने छोड़ दिया, तो वो एक टेम्पो बैठ गया। और फिर विशाल पुरिया बाबा ने हम सबको संभाल लिया बच्चों की तरह। हम लोग ने वही किया जो दिल में आया और जो जिस तरह से डायलॉग दी गई, और कुछ अपना इम्प्रोवाइजेशन था, कुछ अपनी ज़बान है यहाँ की। मैं बात अभी आप लोगों से कर रहा हूँ, ये थोड़ा सा हिंदी कुछ ज़्यादा लग रहा है, मगर मैं जब बोलता हूँ तो वैसे ही बोलता हूँ जो मैं वहाँ बोल रहा हूँ। तो मेरे लिए बड़ा आसान सा था। ज़बान अलग थी कहीं, द से दिल, द से दुनिया, द से देवर, द से दोज़र, द से दस्तूर। वो देवदास में ज़बान कुछ ऐसा था। ये तो मेरी ज़बान थी जो मैं कह रहा था।
पंकज जी, क्रिमिनल जस्टिस के 3 सीजन्स आ चुके हैं और तीनों में आपके ऊपर पूरी स्पॉटलाइट है, तो क्या नया अंदाज आपने माधव मिश्रा के रोल में डाला जो ये इतना पॉपुलर हो गया?
एक तो राइटिंग का क्रेडिट है, जो जैसी राइटिंग होती है। सीजन 1 में श्रीधर राघवन थे और तिग्मांशु धा थे, धुलिया जी, तिग्मांशु धुलिया। तो मुझे याद है, एक पहला ही सीन हम कर रहे थे उनके साथ, डे 1 पुलिस स्टेशन के बाहर। रात को आता हूँ मैं, विक्रांत थाने में आया है वो ड्रंक एंड ड्राइव एक्सीडेंट के केस में। तो वो एक वाइड शॉट में उन्होंने बोला ये पासिंग हो रहा है, 2-4 लड़कियां आई हैं पकड़ के, पुलिस वाले आए हैं, और लगता है देख के कि बार डांसर जैसी होंगी। तो बोले आता है ना तुम में से, आओ हंसते हुए इसको एक चिकोटी काट दो, थोड़ा ऐसा करो कि एक रिलेशन बिल्डअप हो कि माधव मिश्रा ऐसे लोगों के बीच का, इनको जानता है। तो उससे सेट हो गया कि यार माधव मिश्रा किस दुनिया से आता है, कैसे लोगों से परिचित है। तो उससे बन गया, अब उसमें एक रिलेटेबिलिटी आ जाती है। कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं है। आमतौर पे वकीलों को हिंदी सिनेमा में या तो बहुत ही पावरफुल कि वो आ रहे हैं तो दुनिया का सारा केस जीत ही
हाँ,
जाएंगे,
जैसे अमरीश पुरी दामिनी
हाँ,
के
या तो इतना
हाँ,
पावरलेस
चड्ढा।
दिखाते हैं कि यार ये इडियट है।
हाँ,
माधव वो पावरफुल और इडियट के बीच का है, जिसको जरूरत पड़ती है वो इडियट हो जाता है,
हाँ,
और जब वहां जिसको जरूरत पड़ता है तो वो पावरलेस होते हुए भी पावरफुल महसूस करा देता है।
वेरी नाइस। तो निजी जिंदगी में कभी कोई केस लड़े हैं?
ना ना, कभी नहीं,
अच्छा, चलिए।
अदालत नहीं गया हूँ आज तक।
And Mukul, who's a new entrant in the show, you play Mukul Ahuja,
yes.
जिसके चारों तरफ अब इस बार कहानी घूमेगी. How did this project reach you, and what are you doing in this?
पैन इंडिया में एक ऑडिशन हो रहा था एक किसी कैरेक्टर किसी दूसरे शो के लिए, तो मैंने बस अपनी प्रोफाइल भेज दी क्योंकि मुझे था कि चलो लेट्स सी क्या होता है।
So you're from Kolkata.
हाँ, फ्रॉम कोलकाता।
And then
हाँ, तो वहाँ पे फिर एक एसोसिएट ने मुझे मुकुल आहूजा के लिए कांटेक्ट किया, एंड देन उस वक्त तो था कि अब जाके तो नहीं दे सकता, तो मैंने घर पे वही वीडियो बना के उन्हें सेंड कर दिया, और वो 2.5 मिनट का क्लिप देख के मेकर्स ने बोला कि तुम ही हो मुकुल आहूजा।
Jaguda, your experience while working in criminal justice, you have in the last 30 years or more than that mostly worked in dramas. सुभाष घई की फिल्मों में आप हमेशा होते थे। उस जमाने में ड्रामा बहुत चलता था, मतलब ह्यूमन इमोशंस। The OTT world or this phase is changing everything that was popular entertainment 40 years ago.
मुझे लगता है जज्बा चलता है, प्लेटफॉर्म्स बदलते रहते हैं, जज्बा चलेगा, कहानियां चलेगी, अच्छे परफॉर्मेंसेस चलेगा। तो नसीब रहा है कि ओटीटी आया, हम पहले बार और क्रिमिनल जस्टिस को लेकर आए, और हम उसके रखे अंदर। अब इन लोगों को पानी डाल के खा रहे, फल खाएंगे, अभी मजे लेंगे।
Tell me that one scene which made it the entire experience worth doing it for
नहीं,
you.
मैंने तो पूरा एक सीन याद है मुझे जो आई थिंक 5th एपिसोड में आया है, जहां मैं ही बोलता हूं कि बच्चे के बारे में, कि वो बच्ची न्याय के लिए आवाज दे रही थी, हमने नहीं सुनी, और आज ये बच्चा उसी न्याय के लिए आवाज दे रहा है। उसमें एक लाइन है कि न्याय बदला नहीं होता योर ऑनर, बदलाव की उम्मीद होती है। तो ये समझना कि आजकल की हाई प्रोफाइल केसेस में, जैसे इस केस में वो सेलिब्रिटी बच्ची एक्ट्रेस रही है, मीडिया का दबाव होता है पुलिस के ऊपर, और पुलिस जल्दी में मिले हुए उत्तर को सही उत्तर मान लेती है। जो आंसर आसानी से मिल गया, जरूरी नहीं है कि वो सही आंसर ही हो।
बहुत अच्छा। Time for a short break here. When we come back, we have Devi Sri Prasad, the force behind such chartbusters like Thinka Chika, which was inspired by his song Ringa Ringa, or last year's super hit soundtrack of Pushpa the Rise, Teri Nazar Sharafi. Oh my God, everybody has been dancing to this hook step even in the Garba. Didn't you see that? We also meet Tisca Chopra and the entire cast of Dahan. So don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Now Showing. I am Atika Farooqui. I caught up with Dahan's cast, Tisca Chopra, Rajesh, Tailang and Mukesh Tiwari, and recently spoke to them about why it is important to tell stories set in the heartland of India and more. Dahan is currently streaming on Disney Plus Hotstar and is directed by Vikram Vedha. So you play an IS officer. Talk about your character. I think it's one of the nicest characters that you have played. You know? I think this is one of the best in your repertoire. I see a very strong woman there.
I would have to agree. I fell more and more in love with her. उसका inner depth जो है, जो हमने उसको ground up, I think we built her up. Her marriage, her child, before that, her relationship with her father, her mother, कितना पढ़ी हैं, क्या motivation थी, क्या नहीं था. Normally जो characters आप play करते हो, they have dimensions and you try and work within certain dimensions, etc. But ना इतना समय मिलता है उन dimensions को भरने का. So we had playouts for the dimensions and we had a lot of internal combustion, which was, दहन, जो अंदर का जो उसका दहन है, वो जो उसके अंदर एक सुलगन है अपने अंदर, all of that was, what is she going through internally herself, and I can't reveal that, but there's something that she must resolve for herself. And given the fact that she has come here to create progress, to come as a सरकार का नुमाइंदा.
Yeah.
There's opposition at every step, whether it's a direct opposition from the first day जब वो शिलासपुरा पहुंचती है, to other kinds of covert things that she hears, subtle noises within her own team of people, and then she wonders कि मैं पाँव रखूँ तो कहाँ रखूँ, कौन सी ज़मीन मेरे लिए फॉर्म है यहाँ पे.
So what are the things that Hindi films generally get wrong about Rajasthan?
I think it's not only about Rajasthan. यूपी होता है तो एक जनरल यूपी होता है, उसमें यूपी में बुंदेलखंडी, बघेलखंडी और पता नहीं कितनी तरह की है ना, अवधी, भोजपुरी. ऐसी राजस्थान में भी 4 तो बड़ी डायलेक्ट्स है ना, मेवाड़ी, हड़ौती, ढूंढाड़ी और मारवाड़ी. 4 तो ये वैसे भी हमारे यहाँ कहावत है कि कोस कोस में पानी बदले 4 कोस में पानी. तो मेरे लिए टफ यही रहा, क्योंकि ये एग्जैक्टली बीकानेर की भाषा नहीं थी.
अच्छा.
तो इसलिए मैं स्लिप कर जाता था, और वो जब फर्क माइक्रोस्कोपिक हो ना, तो उसको पकड़ के रखना बड़ा मुश्किल होता है. लेकिन कोशिश की है हमने यहाँ पे कि जो भी कैरेक्टर्स बोलते हैं वो काफी हद तक करेक्ट बोलते हैं.
So do you see the art and life form that actually exists in your small towns in the movies that are being made in Mumbai? And would you like to see them happening?
वो होगा. हमें हिंदुस्तानियत खोजनी पड़ेगी. हमें अपने होने पे विश्वास खोजना पड़ेगा. यदि आप पूरे हिंदुस्तान का सिनेरियो उठाते हैं, पूरे सिनेमा का, तो 10 यदि बिगेस्ट क्लासिक या सुपर डुपर हिट फिल्में हैं, तो उन सब में बोली बोली गई.
बोली गई है.
चाहे आप गंगा जमुना देख लीजिए,
सही बात है.
चाहे भी आप रिसेंट मतलब जो बहुत बड़ी हिट बोली आती है लगान देख लीजिए. क्या है बोली में बहुत ज्यादा परिनिष्ठित या बहुत ज्यादा अपने आप को सब दिखाने की कोशिश नहीं होती. और हम कल्चर के बारे में बात करते हैं तो छोटी छोटी चीजें मिस होती है. बोली हमारी माँ है, चाहे वो कहीं की भी हो. हम गांव नहीं छोड़ सकते, और सिनेमा को या आर्ट को गांव कभी नहीं छोड़ना चाहिए.
राजेश जी की किताब आई है चांद पे चाय. भाई चाय पे चर्चा सुनी थी, चांद का मुखड़ा सुना था, ये चांद पे चाय आपने कैसे बना दी?
नहीं, चांद पे चाय इस तरह से कि जब आपका ब्रेकअप होता है, बिछोह होता है, तो आप मिलना बंद कर देते हैं, लेकिन आपको साथ चाय पीने की तो याद रहती है. तो आप फिर जब आप मिलना बंद करते हैं तो फिर आप ख्वाबों में मिलते हैं. तो चांद पे चाय ऐसा है जैसे सपनों की डेटिंग. चांद पे चाय. तो उसी पे मैंने 4 लाइनें जो लिखी थी, जो एक इस बुक का टाइटल भी बना कि जब हम मिलना बंद कर देंगे तब हम कविताओं में मिलेंगे. जब हम मिलना बंद कर देंगे तब हम कविताओं में मिलेंगे. आओ चांद पे एक चाय हो जाए.
वाह.
अच्छा है.
ये
Devi Sri Prasad, or DSP as he's popularly known as, has recently released his new single titled O Pari. DSP, who has composed songs like Shrivalli from Pushpa, Ringa Ringa, which was remade as Dhinka Chikka for Salman Khan's Ready, or Daddy Mummy Hai Nahi Ghar Pe, that we all have danced to. Not me. He talks to my colleague Vishal Tatkara about his new single and this ongoing North versus South language war. Is it a war at all? I don't think so. But the conversation is there, so we talk about it. Here it is.
O Pari, aankhein teri twinkle twinkle star. O Pari, baatein teri 5-star chocolate bar. O Pari, yaadein teri 1 2 3 4. O Pari, yaada teri a brand new foreign car.
This week you're back again, this time dancing to your own tunes with your new song that's titled O Pari.
Yes, sir.
The song is, of course, your new single.
Yes,
and we can clearly see your stamp in some of the lyrics. So please tell us more about the song and the idea behind it.
I'm glad that you're also liking the lyrics, because sometimes what we do is when we make a song, we either make it very poetic with very intellectual lyrics and all that. I like that also, and at the same time I love the lyrics to be very, very childish and kiddish, where even kids can like sing. So this song, basic idea was I just picked up my guitar sometime and I just started strumming, and I wanted to describe a love story, or anybody is singing to anybody, like with all the words that's like around us, like O Pari tu hai aankhon teri twinkle twinkle star, O Pari baatein teri 5-star chocolate bar. It should be as simple as that. I just put an order and I just made a very breezy song. So yet it should deliver what you want to say karke.
What do you think about this language war? There have been times where we always see this North versus South divide when it comes to language. What's your take on that?
So I think when things like that happen, I think it's more of a personal perspective is what I think, sir. But it's not a general perspective, sir, is what I feel. Because see, the way this song today we launched in Bombay, the Hindi, and I should first of all personally thank, dearest Ranveer Singh, the way he came and launched, and all Hindi people, the way they received the North Indians. So, and even the way they are receiving the films nowadays, like Pushpa, RRR, KGF, Bahubali, everything. So, and this similarly, Hindi movies have always been big in South, and we grew up watching Hindi films. That's how I'm so acquainted with Hindi music and lyrics and song and the movies. So, I don't think for the general people there is no war, sir. Maybe like here and there it's all personal perspective is what I think. Otherwise, people only love the form of art. Only the art form is loved, and I don't think anybody is restricted with the language at all. It is a very superficial layer that we are kind of assuming, or sometimes, yeah, that's what I feel, sir.
Your song Shrivalli can, I think, easily be called as the song of the year. This is a song, of course, from the film Pushpa the Rise. How much into the making of Shrivalli you knew that you were creating something special, and what type of offers started coming post the Shrivalli success?
First of all, a huge, my huge gratitude and thanks and love to my director Sukumar sir, and my brother Allu Arjun, the icon star, and my producers Maitri Movies. And when Sukumar sir came up with this and told me the situation, I really love this situation, and you won't even believe it, it just took exactly 4.5 minutes to create this song. Sometimes magic just happens like that, but I always give the credit to the director who makes the story and narrates to me, because music for films is always drawn from the subject that you hear, sir. So there was magic in the situation itself, and also thanks to my original Telugu lyric writer Chandra Bose sir, who came out with the word Chupe Bangar Maine. Then I wanted to put the girl's name, Shrivalli, was the name of the character in the film. I wanted to put that in a song. Teri jhalak asharfi, Shrivalli naamadak barfi. Teri jhalak asharfi, Shrivalli baate kare do harfi.
That's all from all of us here. We will see you next week with the review of Ayushmann Khurrana's Dr. G and more heart-to-heart chats with your favorite artists that I don't call interviews, as they are heartfelt conversations about cinema, isn't it? For now, I'm Atika Farooqui saying goodbye to you. Thank you for watching, and we see you next week.